Good morning. Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for November 11th, 2017. Today on the newscast, we talk about Fox and Marvel, new Netflix stuff might be happening with the Marvel's TV shows, new Injustice 2 DLC, a brand new Niantic developed mobile game, a new company has been purchased by EA, and U.S. trophy hunters. We've got some news for you. We'll tell you about that soon. More on that coming up in the show. We did a thing. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm just reading stuff.
It says warning on some of these things here, but I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. That's fine. It looks fine. I can see here we're not really dropping any frames. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to the Barrel Newscast for November 11th, 2017.
Yes.
We did start a little bit late this week. On purpose. We witnessed and observed the the traditional moment of silence.
Yep.
But now, let's get on to
We're
the
not
news.
silent anymore.
Well, no, we will never. You will never silence us.
Hopefully.
Never, ever silence.
I hope you don't.
You know who is silenced today? Nick. He is not here today.
Yes.
So he will. As a quick note, he is off in the wonderful world of Disneyland. So hope he is enjoying that. My name's Nick. Yes.
Wow.
Let's all be Nick today. Let's all be Nick today.
I'll stick with Chris.
No. It's because it's this seat. It's this seat.
It just takes over your head.
It must be
I'm
this
Tony?
seat. Yeah. Can you be a little bit more Asian?
I could.
Oh, okay.
Try.
I am Tony.
I'm Chris.
Our docket is very full today.
Oh yeah.
Let's get into the biggest, weirdest story that happened this week.
I am super excited.
I am excited. There's bits and pieces of it that you have to realize that are, if you get this, then this will probably happen.
Yeah.
So if you haven't heard, Fox and Disney this week apparently had sat in a room and they were planning on, Disney was planning on purchasing some stuff off of Fox's hands, so that.
It sounds like a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. And so a big piece is that with Fox, they wanted to be more focused on news and sports.
Yeah.
That's what
I heard.
That's one of the reasons is so they would be letting go of a lot of streaming properties, a lot of movie licenses. Their entire movie,
their TV industry,
entire TV media portion of that
Yeah.
would be sold off to various people. And Disney was one of the first people who stepped up.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like to make this deal.
Yeah.
And I know what you're thinking. The big piece is that Disney was
get some mutants
on track to get mutants again. They are on track to pick up Deadpool, the Fantastic Four, everything else in between. Again, so
big stuff.
that obviously that didn't happen.
Not yet.
The big piece is that it's not happened yet.
Yeah.
But once you have one talk, you left the door open. You don't close the door all the way.
Yeah.
Right. So some companies, one of the two is going to come back to each other and be like with a counter offer or.
Yeah, there is people on both sides that are saying that has been talks of it happening, which to everybody who's watched Fan Four Stick,
that movie's not that
super
great.
Excited.
That movie's not very good.
But I know you've had concerns.
So my big concern about this is, yes, the big thing is you get Fantastic Four, you get the villains, you get that universe back, you get the mutants back, you get X-Men back. But you also have to look at the other way around. If they get Deadpool back, which is another Fox-owned movie, you wouldn't get an R-rated Deadpool. Because Disney, as true to the comics as Disney gets with these Marvel movies, Deadpool, if you try to get as close to the comic book, and the last one did, you have to make it R-rated. Like, I mean, Wolverine, you can kind of fudge that a little bit, and they have, and Fox has fudged that Wolverine's backstory back and forth.
Yeah.
But obviously, a really, really successful Wolverine movie includes all the violence and all of the language that an R-rated movie can deliver. And so
was the Wolverine rated R?
Yes.
Like, the one where he was in Japan.
I think that was PG-13.
That had blood on his claws.
That had blood, but it wasn't like straight up. He wasn't like hacking people's like legs off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To the level that you see in Logan.
Yeah.
So, and again, the same thing goes true with Deadpool. Like, you can't, Disney, as true to Disney is with their comics, the Marvel comics, you can't do that. Like, Disney won't do an R-rated. Like, the last time they did an R-rated movie was like a long time ago. It wasn't anything like big name. I think it was like straight to DVD almost.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, Disney is a family company. The most they'll dirty their hands is a PG-13.
The way I could see
it, though,
and
even in their own PG-13 movies, they don't even drop the F-bomb, which you can do, I think, once, right? So they don't even exercise that.
Yeah.
So, they
do with, they call in, I know they have in the other Marvel movies, they've called people assholes.
Yes.
Before.
Yeah. That's, language is, in especially in movies, is really weird gray line.
It's getting,
It's very,
but again, back when we were kids.
Right. And the F-bomb is one of the big key pieces that changes a movie from R-rated or PG-13 to R-rated. Again, but the thing is, in Canada, I think the ratings are a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think Logan came out here as like our version of a PG-13.
Maybe. I don't. I don't really remember the
same thing happened with Deadpool, I think. But we all know it's R-rated. Those movies should be R-rated.
18A, I think.
18A, yeah. So, but I think ours is a lot more a lot more lenient, I think.
Probably. There's a difference. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah. But yeah,
I could see them still doing it though, like still doing the rated R stuff.
It'll be
if you want to intermingle someone like Deadpool and Spider-Man, Deadpool comes into a Spider-Man movie and he can't swear and he's trying to.
And I think
it turns into a
that would be the one way to do it, but then at the same time you would be able to get like a solo Deadpool film where you can't get.
I think you could. If you look at the Netflix shows with Marvel,
Netflix is the only like outlier, and again, spoilers to something we're going to be talking about a little bit later. But the Netflix shows is a weird outlier where that they know that if they advertise these as the Punisher and the Daredevil as like this super violent crime like thing, they don't even drop F-bombs in those, do they? No, wait, they do.
Yeah,
they do. They do.
All the bad guys do. I don't think the heroes do so much.
Frank Castle's going to drop.
Oh yeah, of course.
Frank's going to drop a few.
Jessica might.
I feel like Jessica. Yeah,
Jessica has.
It's just Luke Cage and
Iron Fist. I don't think Daredevil even does.
I think in the second season, he like gets pushed a few times to drop it. But either way, So this deal is not set in stone. Like, it's not completed yet.
I don't think it's even close. But I think there's talks at least.
Yeah, like the talks is the big thing that has happened this week.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about this is if they do reacquire those assets, you get the cosmic villains.
Yes,
is the big thing. Like, and you get Doctor Doom back. You get Galactus. You get Silver Surfer.
Well, depending on when this deal ever gets done, that could change the Captain Marvel movie.
I think the Captain Marvel movie is set in stone. I think that's
you could add things that weren't previously.
They can add to it,
there,
but
right?
the filming starts, I believe, either end of December or early January for Captain Marvel, and so
still lots of time.
It's only about
but if you're going partway through though.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be nothing major.
I think if anything, it'll change Avengers 4.
Maybe
it'll change the Infinity War.
You could add a different villain into that.
Yeah, Avengers Part 4 will be if this actually deal goes through in time. That's the one movie that I think it will change the most.
Yeah,
not Captain Marvel. Like Captain Marvel, maybe like a post-credit sequence or something super light, like you said.
Yeah, like, it's just a cameo.
But it won't. But it won't affect it because I think the script is basically done for that.
Like, you could have maybe a Skrull show up.
Skrulls are already in.
Are they?
Captain Marvel.
No, they're Kree are.
Kree have been in the universe for quite some time.
Oh,
it's
the
Skrulls. The Skrulls was the big like like the big like holy crap.
Oh yeah, they did.
They're
It
getting
was recent,
Skrulls.
yeah.
They're getting Skrulls in Captain Marvel, and it's like, oh wait, could you guys do that? And apparently the legal contract is they can. They just can't reference anything else.
Super Scroll.
So they can't do the Super Scroll. They can't.
Well, they can, maybe.
Well,
if they do it in time.
Again,
Get on this Disney.
Who knows? Yeah, that's the craziest.
I'm super excited.
I am excited, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I just don't like. I think super long term in terms of the stuff. Like, Fox has a ton of Marvel stuff or X-Men stuff coming out down the line. They have tons of other movies coming
maybe
out.
not anymore though.
No, that's
like
the
that
thing.
Gambit movie might be like completely gone.
Okay, that Gambit movie goes up and down every day.
But this might completely like.
I think it should. Like, to be honest, I don't think Channing Tatum is the right call for that role. Like, he never really was. He can he can do it a southern accent all he wants, but when I think Gambit, I think slender, like
not so
wise
big
talking
guy.
Yeah, he not as
acrobat.
Bulk. Yeah, you need to be nimble.
Yeah.
It could change that. Yeah. I think New Mutants is already done.
It's already
right?
season 1 is already I think pretty much done.
Wait, season 1?
Isn't it a no? Is it a
New Mutants?
Yeah.
Isn't that horror movie?
Is it a movie? I thought it was a show.
The Gifted is the TV show.
I don't know. There's the Runaways.
Hold on.
Fact checking.
New Mutants movie. I'm pretty sure this is the horror one. Yeah.
Okay. I might.
Like, The New Mutants is an upcoming American horror film in the superhero genre based off the Marvel comics of the same team name. So that one's already done, more or less. That's coming out next year, right?
Yeah. Like I said, this will change.
April 13th. Wow, that's actually really soon.
This will definitely change the landscape.
It'll change the X-Force movie.
And I would really be excited more for not so much the heroes that come in, the villains.
The villains is the big piece.
Doom, Magneto,
Galactus, Silver Surfer.
Although if you do Galactus,
and even if you do not even just Galactus, you do the Heralds of Galactus properly.
But I think I'm just thinking of that now because Heralds would be too much what's coming with Thanos, with his little.
They're not called the Heralds.
They're not called Heralds, but there's 4 of them, and they come in ahead of him.
That's true.
So I think it'd be too much. But anyways, the villains would be more.
Yeah, it's the big. That's what everyone would be more excited about.
Yeah.
Maybe you get to a point where Scarlet Witch, instead of you used to have the House of M, instead of saying no more mutants, she says no more Inhumans. Maybe she says.
Well, you could restart that TV show.
Yeah, you can restart Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You can restart Inhumans, and you just have her say no more Inhumans, no.
Well, and wasn't
House of I, not House of M.
Wasn't I haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I'm going off what you kind of said. They're in space now.
Yes, they are.
And that's supposed to be Sword, but they can't.
They can't say Sword
because it's Fox.
I think so.
So maybe the TV show, if they keep it going, could actually name it
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Sword.
They can reference if this deal actually comes through.
Yeah.
Because Fox letting go all of its media stuff. It is all wishful thinking, but it's actually a smart idea. Like, at the end of the day, I think it's a smart idea for Fox to do that.
Yeah.
To let go of these properties, because you want a company that's focused on news and
well, I think the Fox
sports.
Sees where the competition and goes, how are we ever going to beat that?
Mm-hmm.
So
and they see what happened with Sony and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, maybe we can broker some kind of deal, and maybe Disney didn't offer enough money.
Who knows?
It could be.
It sounds like it's quite a bit though, so it should be a fair amount of money.
I think someone had made a prediction about that. Like, if this deal actually went through, I think it could cost like $4 billion or something like that.
That sounds really close enough.
So that's the craziest part about this entire news story is wild.
Yeah.
Is the takeaway. It's like, if this actually happens, it could change a lot, and it would make Disney a huge monopoly because you would go you would go from 5 movie producing studios to 4, and that's a huge drop, because you would have right now there's Fox, Disney, Paramount, Universal,
someone else,
and I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't even think Warner Brothers. Yeah. Yeah, Warner Brothers. Yeah. So I keep thinking I forgot about Harry Potter because that's a huge franchise.
You would drop down to 4.
Which and again some smaller ones like Lionsgate or whatever like that. But
Yeah.
but like in terms of major block like monopolies, yeah, Disney is currently king. In terms of like they own Star Wars.
They're gonna buy Warner Brothers next.
Have some weird awkward like Infinite Earths, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Awkward
DC and Marvel.
I think the big thing is if Fox does sell off mutants, the most interesting and exciting aspect is that we could totally see Avengers versus X-Men. Because I've read that comic line, and it's amazing.
And you could bring back Hugh Jackman.
You bring back Hugh Jackman. He has a huge fight with the Hulk in that Avengers versus X-Men comic line.
Does he?
So you can do that. You have Spider-Man, who plays a huge critical role in one of those, in some of the comics in that arc. So you have that character that you can play with. It's
so much.
There that comic line alone. It's some people don't really like it. I don't see it. I mean, like I like the character development in it.
Mm-hmm.
I really hate Cyclops, and so that arc makes him look even more of a dick.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm okay with because that's where that character's kind of going. No one really likes Scott.
Yeah, not anymore.
No, he's not as cool as he was in the 90s.
It's big news.
Mm-hmm. As a side part of this news, with the Netflix and Marvel TV shows, with Disney moving into their own Disney streaming service, like they're going to be pulling lots of movies off of Netflix, like the Toy Story, Moana, all of those Disney movies will be beginning to be pulled off of Netflix onto their own service.
Yeah.
Which begs the question, like, what happens with all of these, the Defenders, basically, like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, like, so early reports on that was that they're gonna stay where they are.
Yeah.
Netflix flipped the bill on those, so they're gonna own
Which
those
is
4/5 shows.
Which is ideal.
That makes sense. Like, you can't contractually get around that. I think that's fine. But if, and this ties in with the first bit of stuff with Fox, is if Marvel or Disney does purchase Fox's media stuff, they also get their streaming rights. And I think, now don't quote me on this, I think Disney and Fox share a majority shareholder in, I think, Hulu? I think it's Hulu?
Hulu's, yeah.
Some streaming service. So if Disney does purchase that, they become the majority shareholder for, I'm not sure if it's Hulu, but they will own that streaming service.
So then they'd have two streaming services.
They would just combine them at that point. If they
take away Hulu altogether?
No, well, Disney, maybe they'll rebrand Hulu. I'm not sure. But Fox and Disney own like a combined shareholder, a majority of like one of these services. So if they do purchase that, what does that mean with all these Netflix original shows? Like, and so some people have been, I guess, industry people have been talking with Netflix and Marvel about that, and that they won't be producing any more Netflix shows because of that.
That'd be disappointing.
That would be very disappointing.
Especially, I really don't want to buy a Disney subscription.
Disney Pass or whatever they want to call it. Because like they might finish production because they're in production of Jessica Jones right now.
I think so. Yeah.
Jessica Jones,
Cage.
Okay, so Punisher's coming out in a couple days.
Yeah.
You've got Daredevil season 3. Is that started filming yet?
I don't think so.
I think
it started, but I don't.
But I think it's on. I think they have that. Like Netflix will do that.
Yeah.
So it'll
for sure. I think Luke Cage and Jessica Jones are fairly close.
Right, and so I think in light of all these Fox deals and Disney starting their own streaming service, I think Disney is thinking about, like from what I've heard, is that they're going to move all that stuff to their streaming service after they've finished Netflix deals. Again,
who knows?
We are not lawyers, so we don't know where the fine lines are. We don't know where the dotted line ends.
Yeah. On
some of these contracts on shows.
I don't know.
So like, do they start does Disney start fresh on their stream service? Do we get a Moon Knight show? Do we get?
Well, wasn't there a Moon Knight and? No, sorry, Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger's on. Okay, so Cloak and Dagger is on another different streaming service.
All over the place.
I know, like the weirdest part, the coolest part about this is that if Disney does start not monopolizing, but pulling back their streaming shows, you could start getting things like Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, and Defenders on one centralized place to watch it. And I think that's a good idea because
it's a good idea, but like I said, I don't want to be.
Because Runaways is Hulu, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think Runaways is Hulu.
Or is it Amazon?
No, I think it's Hulu.
I thought there was something on Amazon.
Runaways. Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Okay.
So, and then Cloak. Freeform. So Freeform is already owned by ABC.
Okay.
So that's within the Disney umbrella already. And so to
Yeah.
move that from Freeform onto the Disney streaming service or whatever that is, that
Super easy.
yeah, like the contract will be that'll be fine. Like people will still get paid.
This is the problem with Disney taking over everything.
Yeah, like
There's going to be things you don't like.
there's going to be things we don't like. There's going to be things that may seem awkward at first, but I think a lot of it will be growing pains. It's like as soon as once we start realizing, yes, we will no longer get seasons of Daredevil,
Yeah.
Defenders and stuff on Netflix.
I think that's probably what I'm most disappointed with, or I would be disappointed with.
Let me find out a little more details about the Netflix.
Yeah, I'm
2018. So.
Jessica and Luke.
Sorry, scrolled too fast. So
And
new
Daredevil
seasons
is-
for all of the 4 Defenders are still slated for Netflix, and I'm not sure about a season 2 of Defenders.
Not yet. Not yet.
Disney streaming service may signal the end of Marvel Netflix shows.
Yeah.
So
Who knows?
Don't know.
We'll see where it goes. Like,
don't know.
Disney has a lot going on right now by the looks of it.
Yeah, they've got a lot on their plate, especially with this Fox thing. If it does pan out, if it's even true, we don't even.
Yeah.
Like that's the big thing about it is that neither Disney nor Fox have come out and said that they were in a room talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
So like it's
Yeah.
the crazy part about this is it's all wild speculation, but it's getting closer.
I want to say maybe I'm predicting probably sometime next year.
I'm gonna agree with you on that. I think like late 2018, early 2019.
I think maybe even middle.
Well,
I think sometime after Deadpool 2.
I think Fox has to I think Fox will evaluate after New Mutants for sure, see how that pans out.
Yeah.
Because I think is that an R-rated film? Do you think?
Probably if it's horror.
Doesn't have to be. Horror movies.
Well,
can be
I know
horror
they
mo-
shouldn't be, but or they aren't. Sometimes they aren't, but they
Rating.
should be.
It is nothing there.
They're
Nothing.
probably way far down. Not
Parental.
That's nothing yet. It hasn't been rated.
It hasn't been rated yet. So, I mean, like, I'm really excited for this New Mutants movie, only for the fact that it's a horror, like, superhero movie.
Yeah.
That's the coolest, like, concept ever.
I don't know.
I'm super
torn.
excited.
I'm torn.
I think, and also the fact that it's, like, a fresh slate of mutant characters is going to be a nice change of pace.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, like, there's no new mutants, really. And
No,
a lot
not
of that has to
anymore.
do with Marvel. And a lot of that has to do with them holding the
then
keys.
I think, kind of back to what we were talking about with Fox too, that with the comics. 'Cause I know Marvel has been.
They've been
in
holding
the
the
comics, phasing out the mutants. They can bring them back.
They can, but
Some big event comes.
Marvel and Disney has had very limited luck with the Inhumans on screen as of late, and so it's just like, what are they gonna do with all these Inhumans? That, like, I haven't been watching the show, for full disclosure, so the new episodes might actually be worth watching.
I haven't heard
I haven't
anything
heard-
about them.
Right, like that's my
I
thing.
haven't
is-
seen reviews or anything.
So I'm honestly just waiting for Agents of Shield to come back on. So, and it sucks that they don't have both of them running at the same time, but
Yeah, I don't know.
either way. So,
But yeah, Marvel's been busy.
Marvel has been very busy.
Disney.
Disney has been very busy this past week. Moving on to some other comic book news, some weird news that came out of literally left field.
Yeah.
Injustice 2 has been knocking it out of the park with these great character announcements, like guest character announcements with the DLC pack getting.
I remember the first two.
The second one was Hellboy.
Right.
The second one I want to say was. It wasn't like Raiden or anything silly. I think it.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Fact checking.
More fact checking.
Injustice 2 Fighter Pack 1. I can't spell. Fighter Pack 1.
This third one, though.
No one Hugh.
Red Hood.
Yeah, like just standard characters for the first one. But like, yeah, Hellboy being in the second Fighter Pack. Well, they just dropped the characters for Fighter Pack 3, which is Adam. We saw the trailer for Adam, which is cool. Enchantress, which is a fresh announcement.
It was different.
I think it was in line with the DCEU.
I think they're more B characters.
They're very B characters.
So
the big one,
yeah,
or I guess big four, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I did not see that coming.
No one saw this coming. I think this is the craziest. Like, we were predicting things like Buffy or like Angel.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like some other Dark Horse. And then we totally forgot that Turtles was on Dark Horse as a comic line. And so, yeah, we've got Turtles. And from the trailer, you've seen the trailer. I've seen the trailer. From what it sounds like, you play as all four turtles at the same time.
That's because Raphael makes the comment, we fight as a team.
No, I think it was Leo that said that.
Or so yes, yeah.
Yeah, Leo says that. So they fight as a team, and we've seen multiple characters playing as one before. Not in Injustice.
Okay.
Not in Injustice. Specifically, something like Smash Brothers.
Yes.
Smash Brothers had Ice Climbers. It also had the Pokemon Trainer. We got to play as Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard at the same time, but you swapped between the three.
And I could see something like that happening with the
with Injustice.
Brothers.
Okay, exactly. Because in Injustice 2, you have a game mechanic that does the hard swap. Or not hard swap, like a character trait.
Yeah.
So instead of having a character trait, just hit that button and then you can tag out for another turtle.
Well, it's either that or I guess they do individual, but I don't see...
You don't control all four at once. That's going to be...
No, like, I mean, like, have them four separate characters.
I don't think you do four separate characters.
I don't know.
I don't think you do four separate characters. If you're going to go this crazy with an announcement like this, all four in one character slot, I think that's the one thing to do. Obviously, the trailer that dropped, it had nothing to do with gameplay. It just had a cinematic. It showed the turtles. We all lost our minds.
Yep. and it was a good way to have like Enchantress and Adam also brought in too.
Right. And because we've seen Adam, I'm actually really excited for Adam because I actually like the character a lot. I think a lot of it stems with his character on Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I like Brendan Ruth's take on the character, and obviously with the DCEU taking off, that's why they put the Enchantress in.
Yeah. With Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Exactly. So, but yeah, Turtles in Injustice 2 DLC.
Wow,
that is the talking about weird, wild comic book stuff happening this week. That is the weird that freshly dropped like this morning too.
Yeah.
Like they dropped that trailer like at 6 or something like that, or maybe like late last night.
I don't know.
Like within the last 24 hours.
Nick made us aware of it.
Fresh.
Or made me aware of it at least.
Yes, he made us aware of it. Yeah, like he messaged us. I'm like, what? All he said
he's
was
on vacation and he's still working for you.
To be fair, he was probably more excited than we are. Like, if we're excited, he's probably more excited.
Oh yeah.
Like, because we love Turtles. Turtles is amazing.
The thing that I don't like, I mean, I just don't get into fighting games anymore.
Right.
That's
and I think
it's exciting for that game to have them. But
and I think seeing NetherRealms really pushing their way to get the average consumer into fighting games with Hellboy, with Turtles, and again, like with all these, and with all these DCEU characters like Enchantress or the TV show getting people in. Yeah. It's like, oh, I watched Legends. I see. I played Firestorm. I've watched Firestorm. I'm gonna play as him in the game. Like that's cool. Like Firestorm is a relatively new, relatively B-list character, but he's in the main roster. So obviously that'll draw some people. People coming off of the Injustice movie, or not just Justice League movie, coming out in a couple days.
Someone
they have the Blue Beetle.
He's
not in the movie per se.
He's more of a Teen Titan.
He's more of a Teen Titan, but his tech comes from the Cyberbox.
Okay.
Not Cyberbox.
It's a bug. It's something like it hides in his backpack. And
The mother box. That's
attaches-
the,
yeah.
yeah. His tech comes from the mother box,
Yeah.
and same thing with Cyborg. But Cyborg was in the first Injustice anyway. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Turtles.
It's a-
Like,
wow.
literally out of nowhere. I don't know who else we could, like. Shredder. I'd like to see a Shredder character. I don't think that's.
Well, what other
They don't need to
comics
do
would
Shredder.
they reach from though? Like, I'm thinking kind of maybe outside.
Dark Horse Comics.
I'm trying to think of what else.
We're on the Dark Horse website, comics here.
We've been doing a lot.
Game
of
of Thrones.
No.
Whatever the zombie guy, the guy that does the impaling, the White Walker dude.
No. Just no.
I don't know.
There's not.
I don't know these things about Game of Thrones.
That's just a globe. That's not a comic.
I'm looking at.
It wasn't even. Don't even do that.
Tomb Raider.
Laura Croft in here.
I feel like she's underpowered. I think Laura Croft in an Injustice game
You
is
could do Buffy,
wildly.
Angel.
I would prefer Buffy. I'm still putting.
That's
my-
about
yeah, that's all.
it.
So
You
yeah,
could.
I don't
Not
know.
much else, I guess. Yeah, you could go Shredder. You could
I
go
feel-
Kang.
I feel like they've not burned that like surprise factor with Turtles, so they don't need to put those two in there. I would love
But
to.
those
I
are
would
the
li-
heroes.
to be honest, I would like
villains.
I would like to see them reskinned. Like they could reskin some
How
characters.
do you reskin a turtle?
No. Like to have
Oh.
Shredder. So like
Maybe.
a character equivalent. I'm trying to think of the DC like the Injustice 2 roster.
Yeah.
Who would best fit that? I think maybe like Batman. I guess I don't know. Again, like those reskins are actually the ones that they have in the game are very accurate. Like Power Girl replacing Supergirl,
Yeah.
Reverse Flash obviously replacing Flash. Someone replaced Captain Cold. Mr. Freeze. There's a Mr. Freeze skin for
Okay.
Captain Cold because those guys have ice guns. So that's the most easiest swap. But I'd like to see that for Shredder, like not as a full character with his
Maybe.
own moves, like
Yeah.
maybe Deathstroke or not Deathstroke,
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
No, I don't think.
So,
I don't know.
but yeah, Turtles.
Turtle
for
power.
the Turtle cow. Did they say cowabunga in the trailer? I feel
No,
like
they don't say cowabunga.
Ah, that's a missed opportunity for that. Coming in Fighter Pack number 3. No PC version yet for Injustice 2.
Yeah, that's what Nick was a little disappointed at.
Yeah, at this point, I'd be. I don't know. I mean, they've done Injustice on the PC, so it's only a matter of time.
I could easily see them though,
Like
not
a-
even so much comics. I think they could go back to the Mortal Kombat stuff too.
They do that every Fighter Pack, except for Fighter Pack
No.
3. Fighter Pack 1 had, I think, Scorpion. Fighter
did?
Pack 2 had Raiden.
Okay, then keep going with that. Then.
So like I can see them putting like Goro in.
Yeah.
Like a Goro would be cool. Like usually, which is weird because most of these fighter packs have included 4 characters. This Fighter Pack 3 only includes 3, but you have 4 turtles in one. So it's like
Maybe there's a surprise one we didn't see.
we'll load up the trailer and we'll take a look at it again. But I'm pretty
I
sure
don't know,
that
I don't think it's in the trailer because I think it's
usually
maybe,
they have a silhouette. If there's a missing character, they usually have a silhouette.
Maybe.
But they didn't have a silhouette in the reveal trailer.
Unless it's one of the dead guys that Adam knocked over.
No. We saw Raiden in the trailer. We saw Black Manta in the trailer, but those guys have already been.
Yeah, but like before Adam came out of wherever he was exploding from, there were bodies hitting the ground.
We'll see. It could be those guys. It could be a new character, but I wouldn't put a new character being knocked down. Like from a like a presentation
I'm
point.
speculating.
Exactly. Like we don't. If this is any indication, we literally don't know what Injustice and NetherRealms is doing with Injustice.
Where they're even going.
Like
anymore.
we don't know what characters they have ties. Like for all we know, Cloud could be in the next one as the next character. It could be Ryu.
I don't know.
Instead of
With all these fighting games coming out with all these different characters, it's interesting how they try and change like the sequel to the game. Like for Injustice 3, where do you go with that?
I honestly didn't expect them to do Injustice 2 in the first place.
Yeah, but it's an actual story though. Like there's even comics attached to it.
Yeah.
So I would assume that there'd be just 3. Like, what
Usually-
characters would you bring in after that?
Usually the DLC fighter packs include are bonus, literally just bonus characters. So it's
Next game.
it's very weird. Yeah.
You're adding all these characters in, like Adam or Enchantress.
Yeah.
You're
Like, who else
you're
do-
gonna run out of characters eventually.
I mean, they still haven't done White Canary from the TV show.
They haven't.
So they haven't.
Have they done time travel, dude?
I don't. He's not really a huge character in the comics.
Yeah, but you could.
You could do that.
You'd have Vandal Savage. You can have.
Vandal Savage is probably the. They would probably say Vandal Savage is like a final boss, like a boss character.
But I'm just like you can add all these villains and.
And the nice thing about the Injustice storyline now, I know because I've finished the story, is that it's a wild offshoot of the comics. Like at this point, they can literally do anything they want. Like they have. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. Like Superman is a massive dick.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah, you're fighting Brainiac throughout the main storyline, but at the end of the day, like Superman is still a
Because
dick.
the first one was the first one Darkseid.
No, the first one was.
It was just Batman and Superman.
It was
fighting.
their middle. It was their not Civil War.
And then this one was Brainiac.
Brainiac.
You could easily do Darkseid.
Yeah, Darkseid was a pre-order character for this game, so to see him in an
Actual
as a
takeover.
villain, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Because they've already crafted they have the movesets, they have the character assets, they have all that done.
Just
They
give
can
them a story.
they can roll out into another story
Yep.
down the road, like in 2 or 3 years. Or
But
whatever.
that's so.
That's
ways
very far away. Because I can see them carrying this momentum into Fighter Pack 4.
Yeah.
Into whatever they want to do. So, like they
It's big stuff this week.
NetherRealms really set themselves up for success here. Like starting with Hellboy, like we were super surprised with that. Like of all characters,
Yeah.
and now Turtles. Like, what do you do next? RoboCop?
But a more mobile RoboCop.
I'm okay with
Like
that.
from the new movie.
But have the personality of the old one, yes. Because I hated the
Either
new
one. He has to have the mobility, so you would think that.
Or they can make him a slow, tanky character.
That like if you go by the originals,
But make him a slow, but
he's a block.
yeah, but he make it so that he can tank hits. Give him some super armor
I
ability,
don't know.
something
I
like
think
that.
you go with the new guy.
But you're right. Like I think in terms of character recognition, yeah, a lot of people will see the old one. Do you want Ghostbusters?
I don't think Ghostbusters really fits into this universe.
Do you think Turtles fits into this universe?
More than Ghostbusters.
I'm just
Buffy, go Buffy.
I've been
Angel.
calling Buffy for a long time, and I think Buffy would be a perfect one.
I think that's might be too much of a smaller crowd though. Like Ninja Turtles is a huge crowd.
That's true. And these ones are
And Hellboy was a huge crowd.
and these turtles are modeled after the original comics and the original cartoons, not the new ones,
Not the giant.
not the Michael Bay ones.
Those would be cool.
And they might have an
Reskin
alternate.
them.
I was gonna say they might have an alternate skin for those.
Reskin everything.
If anything, it's just a reskin. Let's move on.
Yeah.
And moving on to other massive
Game stuff.
like
Other
we saw this everyone saw this coming. Everyone spoofed it coming out when Niantic made Pokemon Go. Niantic is making a brand new mobile game, but
Yeah.
luckily, I actually read about this. I know exactly what this is all entailing.
Okay.
Niantic is working together with Warner Brothers and their new subsidiary video game company, Portkey Entertainment,
Okay.
to develop a Harry Potter augmented reality game.
I'm
So
confused to how they're going to do
So
this game.
here's how this development is going on. Niantic is only providing Portkey Entertainment, like Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
They're providing them the back end of how Ingress and how Pokemon Go works. Like the map data, the Pokestop information, like the portals information, like that stuff, as well as sort of like game mechanic engine.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that they're lending to Warner Brothers, because the main people who
Okay.
are working on this is that Portkey Entertainment studio. And yes, they are a new studio, but it is not being solely developed by Niantic.
Yeah.
Is the takeaway.
That had a lot of Pokemon Go people
Right.
concerned.
Which is like, wait, you guys aren't even like fully done your Pokemon Go game yet, and you guys are moving on to another one? So yeah, the takeaway is that Niantic, this isn't going to take away from Niantic's development of Pokemon Go and Ingress. That we're still going to get Generation 3 in December. We're still going to get, trading and PvP and stuff like that in 2018. It won't defer from that. So Warner Brothers is going to be more or less the sole developer. Warner Brothers Entertainment and this Portkey Entertainment is going to be making this game primarily.
Be interested how this game plays out.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
It's,
do you do Fantastic Beasts route, or do you do...
Oh, I really actually that'd be. I never even thought about those. But I'm thinking maybe if you build up your spells,
Right.
and then if you encounter someone else that has the game, you do like a duel.
Oh,
Like,
exactly.
You do a wizard duel.
Exactly. Just like you do in the books and the movies, where you have like...
And you shout into your phone.
You shout into your phone, or like you
and
draw
you
little...
cast your spell.
You draw little glyphs on your phone
Yeah.
to be like to match certain spells.
I mean, that's a lot of... Sounds like a lot of work, actually.
It could be a lot of work. You're right. But again, the key thing is Niantic is not working on this primarily. They're offering their back end to help develop this other game.
Yeah.
So whatever improvements they make on that game will go to Ingress, Pokemon Go, and this. It's called Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
See, and that's... Yeah.
And so that's title alone.
It would lead towards more of the original, I guess.
I think it's going to lead more towards that. Like, because the first thing is they're going to say, like, you can sort yourself into a certain house. Like, you obviously do the questions that are probably similar to Pottermore.
Apparently Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff is top tier. You heard it here first. Because Pottermore is the official Harry Potter website where they do like the house sorting. You can find your wands. The Pottermore website is advertising this on their website, so there could be a chance that it does connect to Pottermore.
Yeah.
I think that would be a very smart idea.
Probably,
Because you do the house, you find your wand, you also do your Patronus.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Like that, like if they connect right to Pottermore, like do it, like do it, like you. That is a really well done website. If you guys have never done it, it's a really cool experience.
I think I've done.
Like the Patronus is actually a really fun.
I don't think I've done that ever. Patronus.
We'll find your Patronus later.
I've done the house sorting.
Yeah, the house sorting is fun.
I did this in front of you guys where I did that. I thought it was gonna be something else.
So yeah, Harry Potter Wizards Unite coming in 2018. So
Keep an eye out.
which is funny because there were some reports about this like last year when Pokemon Go came out. Some news websites were saying like, oh, what does Niantic do next with Harry Potter? And then people were like, oh, that's just a joke. That's just a joke thing. And then people tried to look back to find those news articles, and they've actually been deleted. So maybe they were actually onto something, because if this is coming in 2018, this has already been in development.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So like it must have already been in development.
When we hear about stuff, it's usually past the point that we think it is.
Right. And people have looked into rights in the what do you call those things? When people file for patents and stuff like that.
Patents.
They checked the name for Portkey Entertainment and the name for Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
Yeah.
I think the date ended up being like October of this year or something like that.
Okay.
So like it's fairly recent.
It's fair, yeah.
It's fairly like the naming obviously is fairly recent, but that's not what you develop a game by.
Well, you could easily just say the name, and have this.
It's usually
under a code name.
I was gonna say like it's usually a code name within the development studio, and
Yeah.
then they put a tag on afterwards. You don't worry about the naming until usually late.
Yeah.
In that regards. So yeah, Harry Potter. I think a ton of. I don't think this will explode as big as Pokemon Go did.
Well, though the Harry Potter universe is
a
big universe.
There's a ton of people that love Harry Potter. Like even my fiance, I texted her and she's like, oh, yes, please, yes. And so obviously she won't be playing Pokemon Go when this game comes out. I think I'll dabble between the two of them, depending on what this game ends up being like. Like I don't. It's too early
Drain
to.
that battery even worse.
My phone's got the thing where I can split windows. So I'll have Pokemon Go on the top window, Wizards Unite on the bottom. Yeah, exactly. I'll catch a Pokemon while doing wizard duels.
If that's what it is, that's the only spell I'm gonna do.
No, you gotta do your Patronus. It's Leviosa. Not
Sure.
Leviosa.
Sure.
Leviosa.
Flipendo. Expelliarmus.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. We know Harry
Throw
Potter
your
stuff.
phone. That's what it is.
That's what people did with Pokemon.
That's
That's
rid of their wand.
That's what all the parody Pokemon Go parodies were like. They're throwing their phone out at Pokemon. Yes, you're throwing your phone spells.
There's a Pikachu.
I cast Flipendo on a Pikachu. Shit.
Mix them.
Yes. No,
How
let's
the
not
hell
do
you're
that.
gonna
Let's
do
not do that. Okay, so I think that was super cool for.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
It'll be interesting to see what they're going to do.
Oh yeah, like it's I think the big piece is that again, not being developed by Niantic won't. It's twofold. Like it won't deter from development of Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And it will mean this game is actually going to be not developed by a competent company, but a different company.
Yeah.
Like getting a fresh take on AR games.
And if with
would
it
be
being
nice.
such a small company new company,
it is being funded by Warner Brothers Entertainment, so there is going to be some expected.
But you should have a good good service about it, good customer service.
Right, and I think with Warner Brothers, like they wouldn't back something like this if they weren't sure about it.
Okay,
'Cause you look
the
at
same people that make the movies, the DC movies.
But this is all the same people that fund Injustice.
Maybe
So.
the game section of W.
Yeah, Warner Brothers
Warner
Entertainment
Brothers
is
good, but
yes.
the movie section is not.
They don't talk to each other.
And TV shows their own separate thing
Yes,
too.
very much so. It's
Yes.
just we don't know how to lawyer properly.
This is like the third week in a row.
I don't think
we're
this is
trying
actually
to
on
be
YouTube.
lawyers.
I actually don't think we're on YouTube. It just says connecting. I don't know. It looks like we're on.
Well, we're on Twitch. At
Oh,
least.
someone's actually. No, we don't sell Bitcoin. That was 11:54. Yeah, no, we don't sell Bitcoin.
I don't. No.
Sorry, we don't Bitcoin.
That was 4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But next,
Yeah, let's move on.
let's move on.
Let's move on to side. Okay, so
buying stuff.
EA used to be a company where they bought developers and then integrated them and then kind of not trim the fat, but like they trimmed stuff off of old companies and merged them.
Yeah.
That was like circa 2005 or something like that. And then they got into a good place where they bought companies or they bought development studios and let them make their own games, which was cool.
Yeah.
You got Burnout, you got Rock Band, you got like weird offshoot games.
Yeah.
And that was nice. And now we're back into the mode or EA is back into the mode where they're purchasing companies and kind of closing them down.
Because
you look
it was Visceral.
Visceral was the big piece last week, or not last week, a couple weeks ago. But EA is now purchased a new development studio.
Yeah. A big one.
Big one. Well,
What kind of big?
so, I think the backbone of it is a big piece, not the company itself. Respawn Entertainment.
Yeah.
So these are the guys that brought us award-winning games such as Titanfall
Yeah.
and award-winning games as Titanfall 2.
I don't know what else they've done.
They've done 2 games.
Maybe there's more.
So the big piece about Respawn Entertainment is that it was a company and studio funded by Zach Sempella and Frank something or other.
Yeah.
These are the guys that did Infinity Ward, who brought Infinity Ward in games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
And the one after that one. They did the one after COD 4. I can't remember what it was. But they did that one too.
Yeah.
I think. No, wait, World of War wasn't.
There, you know what? There's been such a long
Something
time.
like that. In either way, they founded and developed and brought Infinity Ward. They basically are the reason why first-person shooters are now today.
Yeah.
And so EA has purchased Respawn Entertainment, and not sure what's going on with that because
Well,
they did.
There was a rumor that Respawn was in development of a Star Wars game,
I can see that.
and so EA seems to be scooping up the companies that want to make Star Wars games. Essentially,
Right, and to be fair, Respawn was already working with EA to begin with because EA did help publish Titanfall 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
So they already had a business relations to begin with. So now EA has officially
taking
been bringing them into their fold.
Yeah.
And so let the trimming begin. Basically, we don't know what's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Because again, I think this happened a couple days ago.
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
Sometime this week.
So we'll see what happens with that. I know we're all very weary about it. I really enjoyed Titanfall 2.
It's weird that EA is just buying all these companies up.
They've done that before.
Wondering what's going on with them.
Maybe they'll task Respawn to officially do a Star Wars game. Maybe
take over part of Visceral.
I was gonna say maybe they'll have
games. Maybe
they'll have Respawn Entertainment work on that, because Titanfall 2 is the multiplayer was actually really, really good.
Yeah, I heard it was a pretty good game.
And so if that's truly the direction that EA wants to do with a Star Wars game, they could easily task Respawn onto the whatever currently developed
Battlefront 3.
Battlefront Origins on EA Origins.
Battlefront World War 4.
World at War 2.
I don't know. We're not good with game ideas. Movies we got.
I think we can pull off a really shitty game.
But, I mean, I just find it interesting that this is the second time in a month that EA has bought a company.
Did they? Okay, when they bought Visceral, that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
No.
Okay.
I don't think it was that long ago.
Okay.
Are we having YouTube issues?
Yeah, there's always YouTube issues.
I don't think we're.
No.
I don't think we've been on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll push it. I'll push it later. Stream is healthy.
Maybe it's just.
Oh yeah, we're on YouTube.
I don't know.
I'm fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. This was smaller. I guess kind of smaller.
I think though the takeaway is that Respawn has been kind of bad. They've been thrown around lately, because Titanfall 1 was not successful. Let's be honest. Like, it being Xbox 360, Xbox One exclusive didn't help it. It being an only multiplayer game did not help it, which is why we see a really good Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
Like Titanfall. Have you finished or played?
I've never played. My brother has it. If I want to ever use it.
Oh yeah, like the single player in that game really reminds me of like the good Call of Duty Modern Warfare stuff.
Okay.
Like it's a really good single player. It's a good story, as good a story as a first-person shooter can be.
Yeah.
With that kind of stuff, it plays really well. It's got characters that you really.
So that
towards.
just shows that they're a good company.
Right.
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. Like if they do start trimming them, I just hope that they trim the right ports of it. Get them to work on an actual game that's.
Yeah. We have a theme here where people are buying out, or talking about buying things. Big companies.
I think
buying
that's
other
just our
big
thing.
companies.
Let's just buy stuff, buy things.
We are really diving into this legal stuff.
We
We're
really
learning
should
on the fly.
We really should take some sort of 101 lawyering. I played Phoenix Wright. I know how this works. I know how attorneys work.
I just want to know about the movie business part of this and the gaming business.
Okay, so
last bit
of news, super out of left field. If you're a trophy hunter.
I'm a trophy hunter.
You're a trophy hunter.
This excites me, kind of.
I'm an ex-trophy hunter.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of trophy hunting. So if you are in the U.S. right now, in America, it doesn't apply to Canada or any other regions at the moment.
Australia apparently had their own little reward system.
Yeah.
But this
is wildly different.
The U.S.
Yeah, this is a little bit different. So if you are a trophy hunter on the PlayStation, you will soon be able to, if not already, you can sign up for the rewards program where you can actually cash in your trophies for reward pennies and dollars.
Yes, going towards other game stuff.
I think it goes more into other. You don't have to spend it on games.
Just the PlayStation Store in general.
I think how it works is that you sign up for a Sony credit card, and it's the reward system on that.
Well, I thought it was just a credit to your account.
Hold on, let's fact check this.
But there are a couple things that I'm just. The more we kind of look into it, the more I'm kind of concerned, because I know we were talking before this how it's not retro.
Okay, so the big piece is that if you have a bunch of trophies already, doesn't count.
that
Everyone
concerns me.
Everyone starts from ground
I'm
zero.
at 20 platinums right now. I don't want to restart this.
Trophies for money, PSN.
And I guess this would be the other thing is with this.
Okay, so this is you can now redeem your trophies for
and
bucks.
Keyword there, redeem. Do I lose my trophies?
I
Or
think-
does it count? Does it keep it on my system? Like, hey, you
I
still
think
have this.
It keeps it on your system.
Okay, because that would be another thing. Is I'm kind of, I guess in a way,
I can't
proud
visit the
of my.
I can't visit the website. It's okay. We're gonna look at it a different way. I was gonna go to the official site to get the official stuff, but I guess I have to go through. I hate this website. Get out.
This is why.
I hate this. So,
That's where and I calculated that
So-
points.
yep. So, the breakdown, 1,000. So even bronze trophies don't even count. It doesn't even look like bronze.
Well, I could see why, because those would be super easy to
Yes,
get.
correct. So 100 silver trophies will get you
100 points.
100 points. 25 gold trophies will get you 250 points. 10 platinum trophies will get you 1,000 points. 1,000 points can net you a $10 PSN voucher.
Yeah. So it's not. It wouldn't be a credit card.
No,
It would
it's
be
not.
a-
It's.
I would
but
assume
think,
they have it on your account.
I think
and
what
then-
happens is that Sony website, Sony rewards
Yeah.
site, you need to register with a Sony credit card,
Maybe.
but then the rewards are given to you as PSN voucher because you need to. I think it has something to do with their.
So you just don't use the credit card. Just have
No.
it there.
Yeah. It's just
But, I mean, I calculated my own total.
how much were you getting for
At
yours?
least $40. If this was retro.
It wasn't okay. So that the big thing is that it's not retroactive. It's kind of a bummer, I guess.
Well, I mean, this is just for the U.S., so who knows if it will ever
I
even
don't think
come to
it'll
Canada?
actually. I don't think it'll come to Canada, to be honest.
Well, it could do the Americas, though. You,
Well,
you could generalize that into doing just the Americas.
Well, we can't even. I can't even get into the website though. So
But eventually.
eventually, we'll see. how
Like I
this
said,
goes.
Australia has their own kind of reward system. I don't think I'd want their reward system where they actually give you a big trophy, like a real life trophy.
Okay, that's amazing.
I don't know if I'd want that so much. That's another collectible that I would have in my house.
That would be amazing. So what you're saying is you
I
wouldn't
want money.
you wouldn't want a real life platinum trophy. That would be the coolest thing ever.
I don't know.
You're saying you don't want that. It looks amazing.
That's what would come to my house.
Yeah, that's amazing. I would want that in a heartbeat. This was that last year, September.
So I mean, if this was this past September or
Full terms and conditions of the competition.
Oh, it's a competition.
Oh.
Woohoo! I would lose.
Doesn't
Gran
say
Turismo 4.
previous winner. Oh, so there's only like X amount of people who can win it. So it's very okay. That in the Australian one is pretty limited. The U.S.
Yeah.
one though, anyone
It could be like
anyone-
if they turned it retro.
No,
Like that's the
they're
only
not
thing
going
that's
to.
but that's the only thing that would annoy people is that there are guys that have a huge trophy
Right.
amount, and if you're not making this retro, that's like you're restarting at zero.
But here's the counter argument to that is that there are so many ways that you can like mass earn trophies without actually playing games. There are actually ways to do that, and the Xbox has been like back and forth about this.
Yeah.
There used to be a system where on the Xbox, anyways, where you could actually see like in achievements, because when people develop games, they have to program their achievements into the
Yeah.
games, even for games that aren't even announced yet. And so there was a way for hackers to sort of get into that achievement
Well,
data.
there's always going to be that type of stuff.
Right, so like that's why it's not retroactive for Sony's case, because there could always be a case that someone can sort of check into their systems and be like, oh, these games are coming out with trophies, I'm just going to unlock them for myself.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they have 50 platinum trophies in the matter of a minute.
It's just
And again,
it's okay. It's a little more annoying for I guess the honest
yes, it is.
trophy hunters.
It is totally.
Not that I've been super trophy hunting lately, but it's still like, if that were to come to fruition where we could get that, Like I said,
Who
I
knows?
get at least $40. That's a
That's
game that's on
That's a
sale.
half a game.
that's a game that's on sale.
You can get a few games.
I know, like, and I think they would almost limit you to almost buying indie games.
I think it would be like a selection of like games. It's like you can only
Probably.
redeem your credits for these games this month,
Or new
these
releases can't be purchased with a voucher.
something like that.
Yeah.
There would be something to, because there. Yes, you are right. There are tons of legitimate trophy hunting players in the world, like even more dedicated than you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I know.
Like I know, I read a story about someone who, like, I think he's like higher than us levels, our levels combined,
Mhm.
and he only has bronze trophies.
But see, he would earn no money on.
He
that.
would earn no money, but like, it's that sort of dedication that's like that gives people like, yes, I will trophy hunt for X amount of platinums. Or
Well, I
X.
mean, every once in a while, I go for a platinum.
It depends on what the platinum is. I haven't been quite so motivated in.
Well,
quite some
I'm
time.
eyeing up Stick of Truth right now, whether I want to do that again.
Here's the thing: you want to hold off on that platinum until
No,
you.
and no, like I said, I'm not gonna hold out for a reward system that may or may not reward me for doing this stuff.
Mhm.
So I'll just do it just for my own personal gain, I guess.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Is like I don't know what I would do if with, like I have much less. I have very few as you than you, so
Mhm.
I would probably get maybe $5 back. I don't know.
But yeah, it's interesting. I like the concept,
And yeah, you're right.
but there's always a catch to it. and-
There's a catch to almost all the stories that we've talked about today.
so much legal stuff.
We don't know how to legal. We don't know how to lawyer.
I'm gonna like Wikipedia legal stuff.
Is this legal? Yes.
How is it legal? But yeah, it's interesting. I read that earlier this week, and I guess a little disappointed. It was just the U.S., but
I think I'm more disappointed that it's not retroactive.
Yeah.
More so than anything, because I'd be more bummed out than that.
yeah, I mean, I got personally, I got to step up my trophy hunting game because
You might not want to step it up yet until it's retroactive. You might
Well,
want
because I'm seeing a guy that I have on my friends list. He is like platining everything right now, and it's bugging me that he's catching up.
It's not me.
No, it's not.
It's not me. I haven't.
not
I actually haven't done anything on my PlayStation other than Netflix. I really gotta unsubscribe from my PlayStation Plus. I don't play any of those games.
I don't know. But yeah,
That's
it.
the news stories that we found for you guys this
That's all.
week.
We had a lot
Oh,
of
it was a handful.
jam-packed.
It was very full. It was very full. Yeah, about an hour going on.
A little over.
Yeah, a little bit of an hour. A little bit over an hour.
Yep.
In terms of stuff. But if you like what you saw today, come check us out later. We'll be on the post-credit show where we talk about video games, movies,
Anything that entertains us, really.
experiences
Yes.
is what we've done this week. We'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. We'll take a brief break.
Yep.
While you're waiting, go take a look at our website, barrelrollnews.com. You'll find all of the information about all of our social media.
About us.
Our Facebook, our Twitter. You can also take a look at our Patreon page there. There's some
Discord.
links. You can get links to our Discord chat where you can talk to us live.
Yeah.
Like you, XX Neon Wolf. We don't do Bitcoin.
No,
We don't do Bitcoin. That is not a market in which we're ready to jump into yet.
Nope.
But yes, like him, you can join in on this chat. So, with that note, I think we're going to see you later.
Ciao.
Ciao. Transition.